Hey, Umuchina Kele, or Abrala. Hey, I'm getting the money here. Oh, that boy. Hey, Ahamadike, Biafra. Ahamadike, Biafra. Ahamadike, Biafra. Biafra, Kanu. Hey, I don't talk him before. When I know what here. When I come block on here, say when I know what here. No problem. When the war start, we go know who be who. Biafrans. How many times did I call you? You don't want to listen. I say boycott every churches that is against freedom. Boycott every food from the Fulani herdsmen. Boycott every onions from the Boko Haram. Boycott anything that come from the north. Where we say they no one more could go. They no one leave us where we go. But they want carry their food to poison us. Go punish them. I start going to boycott anything will go bring death. And timely death for Igbo land. Biafra land, boycott all their food, not eat their food. I don't talk about boycott Dangote product. Anything we bring. Now lie, you want to take and kill you. It want put you under subjection. No listen to them. No buy their food, no buy their cement, no buy their chicken, no buy their anything. I tell you, if you try them, God don't punish you. Now then they hungry you. Now that is they hungry you. Let's I forget. Make I ask now one question. Jumama and Emeka, make can answer me this question very carefully. Land did not finish for Sabah. He did. Land did not finish for Wede. He did. Land did not finish for Anambra. Land did not there Port Harcourt. Land did not there. Why when they deceive when say only Yoruba land and Hausa land when I go build the whole match when I go get in the whole world. Now crazy the world now. When are they crazy? May God forgive you now. Make I come back home. I don't talk about. I say boycott every food from Hausa. Boycott their kuli, boycott their suya, boycott their sugar cane. You don't block your say no one here. One day, I tell you one day, very, very soon, they go roast human being like a suya, give you for me to go chop and from outside, go this and I limit. I don't talk about. No one listen. Take time. Biafrans. Boycott anything that has to do with the Hausa Fulani herdsmen, Boko Haram, all their products. Now lie. I said lie, yo. They want to take and kill you. They want to take your land, invade your house and sleep with your women. They're dangerous. So anything that has to do with them. Remember, Boko, when I say Boko, you say haram. When I say Boko, you say haram. When I say Boko, you say haram. Fulani herdsmen. Fulani herdsmen. They are bet of the same feather, so all of them be the same thing. Now brothers and sisters, though, they know they look back for a kilo, they chop human being like suya. That's how I did not tell you. Any Igbo man, any Biafra man, where you make investment for North, for Kanu, for Sokoto, for Meduguri, Taraba, anywhere where you get investment. Sell and come back home, die no day. They won't kill you. Boycott anything that has to do with Hausa. They are dangerous. Not so I do not tell you. They say they be get a man, not take them. They say they do pedicure, they do manicure, they want clean your leg, they want clean your house. No grill, they want kill you. They go chop you. Not only that one, including their food and their product and anything that has to do with them. Anything where one consign them, not them. Not only that one, if you not say there for Lagos, if they go to Yoruba man church, if they waste your time, carry your time, they pay, they throw your money up and down. Sell the whole property where you go there. Go back home. They don't want you. They don't want you. You know one listen. The people where they bring on this message in a Biafra referendum media group worldwide under the leadership of MAZI and Nnamdi Kanu or Nnamdi Biafra one of Biafran land. Thank you. Kemesia.
Why get holy, Mr. Producer?
Ipob. One way money.
All we need is freedom. All we need is freedom. All we need is freedom. It's not by force to be together. It's not by force to be together. All we need is freedom. All we need is freedom. It's not by force to be together. Naturally, Biafra go. Yeah. Let my people go. Yeah. Naturally, Biafra go. Yeah. Naturally, my people go. Naturally, my people go. Yeah. Let my people go. Yeah. Wake up this morning, I look in the sky, all I see is rising sun. Choloma, Obono Chukuna Nolua, the land of the rising sun. Yeah, let my people go. Yeah, let my people go. Ekele Nnamdi Kanu for making us to know what freedom is all about. Yeah, Ekele Nnamdi Kanu for making us to know what freedom is all about. What freedom is all about. Ekele Nnamdi Kanu making us to know what freedom is all about. Blessing at Okakise muchisike Onyama Biafrans name on. We are not fighting for war but freedom. All we need is freedom. Nnamdi Kanu olumekeleki yo. Onyamadi olumekeleki yo. Olunekuri olumekeleki yo. Ikoha olumekeleki yo. All we need is freedom. All we need is freedom. All we need is freedom. It's not by force to be together. We are not fighting for war. We are fighting for freedom. Let my people go. Let my people go. I feel we one family. Let my people go. We live together as one. Let my people go. We can never be banished. Let my people go. No matter what the devil may do. Let my people go. We keep on going higher. Let my people go. We are one love. Let my people go. Umuchuko kikabiama. Let my people go. Nnamdi Kanu. Let my people go. Eji mohira wase. Let my people go. Obasibi edike bagu. Let my people go. Eba boleno. Let my people go. Asengato lojo. Let my people go. Oye nechebi no kiso. Let my people go. Whether the devil like it or not. Let my people go. Biafra must come. Let my people go. We must be free. Let my people go. Credible you see. Credible you see. Get me anyway. Akwangura gagwana Biafra ya daga sem no wasi. Get you na make it one day. Get you kana me. We are going higher. Incredible you see wabia.
Our Father who art in heaven, Nanyin kebine ligwe, ka hagedin so, that your name may be hallowed by men, that we may bow at the mention of it, that we may offer every glory unto thee, that we may offer you every adoration and adulation, because there is none like thee. You fight our battles for us. Every blessed day you demonstrate through your kindness and your everlasting mercy that you are our Lord, our God, and our Creator. This evening we offer these your children unto thee. All over this very planet that you created, they are listening across the entire 24 time zones on this very planet where they inhabit. They are listening to your gospel this very evening, this gospel of redemption, a gospel of hope, a gospel of restoration, a gospel of renewal, this very gospel of freedom, this very gospel of emancipation as only you ordained, that this very gospel must be preached, that mankind may be set free from the eternal damnation of the creation of the British. My goodness me, I want to remain in the spirit because we must worship heaven. We answer your name, O Lord of hosts. Everything about us is designed to offer glory unto thee. We have atoned for our sins last year. This very year we have not only atoned for our sins, we have spilled, we have shed blood, they have shed our blood. We have let our sacrifice be made unto thee. Even on the 30th of August, as we are being felled by the bullets of the enemy, by the workers of iniquity and of darkness, we remain very strong today to beckon upon thee, to ask you for your mercy and for your grace, to ensure that your kingdom is restored upon the face of the earth, that you can bring your healing hand to bear upon the life of those of them that you created for one singular purpose, and that purpose alone, which is to worship you in truth and in every honesty. Is there any way that we have erred? Is there any way that our ancestors may have sinned? We confess before a congregation of the whole of humanity to ask you, O Lord of hosts, to have mercy upon us. You must have mercy upon us. We have suffered enough. We have been subjugated enough. We have been tortured enough. We have been imprisoned enough. We did not do these people anything. Our only crime is to answer your name. Our only crime is to be born your children. Our only crime is to excel at everything that we place our hands into. Our only crime is to exhibit your glory and your blessing, which manifestedly is upon our lives every blessed day. That is why they want to kill us. That is why the British want to join those of them who don't know you to destroy your creation and your inheritance. You will not allow shame to befall your name. You will not allow the enemies to triumph over the lives of your children, because you created us to exist, to worship, to honor, and to praise you. That is exactly what we are going to do when this Biafra comes. It will come in truth and in every honesty, because we remain every blessed day. Chukwa Biama believe we're whiter than white and whiter than snow. Is there any way that we have sinned that you cannot forgive us our trespasses, to enable us to fulfill your own word, which was spoken thousands of years ago, that instead of what you promised not to come to pass, that heaven and earth will cease to exist? You opened your mouth, Shukwokika Biama, to bless mankind to the coming of Yahweh Yeshua, who came here and said, let your kingdom come on earth as it is in heaven. Those words can never be in vain, because they are anchored upon your holiness and your magnificence. That is why in the end we know that Biafra will come, that these children that we have given birth to all over the world, and their children, and their children, and their children, as long as they give birth to them and they are Biafrans, they will worship you in truth and honesty. Through this very work we are doing, mankind will come to understand you. Let your miracle be wrought in our lives. Let us witness and behold your magnificence, your holiness, your mystery, and your grace under our command. O Lord of hosts, we call upon you. We call upon you to heal. We call upon you to provide succor to those of them who are inconsolable. We ask you to come and strengthen those who are weak. We ask you to restore hope where there is hopelessness. We ask you for inclusion where there is destitution. We ask you for one brotherhood, one camaraderie, one bone, one blood, and one flesh of your children. The Efiks and the Bibios, the Izon, the Shekiri, the Isobos, and also those of them from Isoko. We are traveling all the way to the lands of Igala. We are moving on from there to Idoma, to Igede, to the territories of the Igbo land. All these places we dedicate unto thee. All these lands of yours, we ask you to cover it with your mercy, because Biafra will come, and when it does, We will dance on the streets. I'm telling you, by the time that we are done, humanity will think that we are mad, we are drunk in your glory, and rightfully so, because your kingdom will come to rest upon this very earth. That very kingdom is the unadulterated, non-negotiable sovereignty of the Republic of Biafra, that your will may be fulfilled in our time. All this we pray, all this we ask for, in no other name apart from that name that belongs to you. Ahadin sosine bigebi rone bigebi. He said.
Good morning, great BIAFRANS, wonderful people, beautiful people, and I welcome you this morning. Today is the 27th day of March 2019, and the time standing here at 26 minutes past 9 a.m. in the morning here in the Holy Land of Israel, Tel Aviv to be precise, and of course it should be the same minute past top of the hour in motherland Biafra, precisely 26 minutes past 8 a.m. in the morning in Biafra land. I want to welcome you this morning, and of course it is a warm good morning from me, MAZI. Of course, I will be your anchor this morning, as always, serving the indigenous people of Biafra in my own capacity as Onyinejero Hozi, something that I take delight in doing, something I consider a privilege and not a right. Therefore, this morning I want to welcome every Biafrans wherever you are, because we are gathering once again on this platform, Radio Biafra, the voice of the voiceless, Radio Biafra, the first and the last. Here is where we worship Chukwoki Kabiama, and of course here is where we share ideas and knowledge. Biafra restoration is priority. It doesn't matter what anybody say. It doesn't matter what anybody think. Every other things are just elementary. Biafra restoration is paramount, and this is what we have come to do, and that is exactly what we are going to do, to restore the kingdom of God on this planet Earth. So before we do anything, before we pursue any other agenda, we must ensure that Biafra has been restored, because that is the task Chukwoki Kabiama have bestowed on our leader MAZI Nnamdi Kanu. He said to him, "My son, go and restore Biafra." And if you love MAZI Nnamdi Kanu, and if you love Biafra, the best you can do for him is to support him. Give him every support he needs in order for this job to be easy for him. Many of us don't understand what this man goes through. He is human, like me and you. It hasn't been easy, but he is doing it. He is doing his utmost best. He has given up everything. He has sacrificed whatever that needs to be sacrificed in order to ensure that Biafra is restored. The least we can do for him is to give him support. Sometimes I try to put myself in his shoes. If I have to do this just for 1 week, I'll probably go mad. If I have to lead IPOB just for 1 week, I'll probably become a madman. It is not easy. It is not easy to lead our people. You need to understand that. Because we are people that are created with a mindset of our own. Everybody has something to say. Everybody knows what he wants to say. Everybody knows what they want. These are the kind of people we are. And it's not something bad. It is a gift which we must appreciate. And of course, channel it to the right source, unless if we don't do that, it will destroy us. We are Biafrans. We have alienable rights. We have some rights that are sacrosanct, which no man can take away from any Biafran. Biafrans are not like your average human beings. Biafrans are not like the people you see elsewhere in the world. Biafrans are different. Biafrans are limited edition. Biafrans are hybrid. My goodness me. Biafrans are one of a kind. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. If you want to test what I am saying, if you want to put it to test, just go out in the street. Look for a Biafran. Tell him to do something. you will receive 100 questions why he must do that. That is the kind of people Biafrans are. That is the kind of people we are. That is how we are wired. That is how we are created. Go out on the street and call a Biafran and say to him, do 1, 2, 3. He will give you 100 questions, and you need to answer those 100 questions correct and accurately before that Biafran will consider if he or she will do whatever you want them to do. Now you will understand what our leader MAZI Nnamdi Kanu has to go through, or what he is going through as a leader, leading millions of Biafrans. It is a paramount task, it is a paramount task, and of course, he can only be successful with the hand of Chukwu Okike Abiama. And also, also we Biafrans, also we Ipob, we need to give him support in order for Biafra to be restored. Because if you look back what happened to the children of Israelite when they were coming out of Egypt, Moses had it, he had it very tough. Moses has to jump high. Moses had it very, very rough with the Israelites. They are murmuring. Everything Moses does is a problem for them. Somebody have something to say. Moses, why would you bring us out of Egypt and bring us here in the desert and allow us to die? Oh Moses, we are hungry. Ask your God to give us food. And Moses will pray and say, God, these people are hungry, give them food. And God will descend from heaven and give them manna from heaven. Oh Moses, the food your God the food your God gave to us is tasteless. Oh my goodness me. These are the kind of people, and when you take that and bring it home, this is exactly what we are. This is exactly who we are as Biafrans. Like I said initially, there is nothing wrong with you having a mind of your own. There is nothing wrong with you asking questions. There is nothing wrong with you having something to say. That is how we are created as Biafrans, and we are grateful to Chukwu Okike Abiama for that. But it takes a special person to lead us. It takes a special man to lead us. Do you understand? Because even the smallest Biafran, the smallest tiny Biafran, the smallest, I'm talking about a 7-year-old child Biafran. Most of us, we are parents, and we have children in our home. Have you ever tried most of the time to tell your son what to do? They will question you. Sometimes you get upset and even hit them and say, who the hell are you to ask me a question? That is who we are. We are one of a kind. So you need to appreciate our leader every day. You need to appreciate MAZI Nnamdi Kanu every time, because the job he is doing is not easy. Freedom fighting is actually on the highest level of work to do, because a lot goes into freedom fighting. Freedom fighting is not a social club. Freedom fighting is not a gathering of churches. Freedom fighting is not a gathering of women meeting. Freedom fighting is something special, because it takes the hand of God. It takes the hand of Chukwu Okike Abiama in order for somebody to do it successfully, in order for a leader to lead successfully in such organization like ours, in such struggle like ours. And our leader MAZI Nnamdi Kanu, ever he took up this task of leading Biafrans, I don't remember when he have disappointed us. I don't remember when he have said he would do something and he never did it. I don't remember the sacrifice he has not made in order to ensure that Biafra comes. He is a leader that leads in front. He leads by example. He doesn't speak one and do the other. When he tell you, I am going to the zoo, he goes to the zoo. No matter whatever the risk awaits for him. Today, as I'm talking to you, he has no home in Biafra land. And you all can bear witness to that. Why? That is a leader. That is a leader. Most of us would have by now quit the struggle. Most of us by now would have said, you know what? I have to let this go. Not even his own parents have a place in Biafra land to stay. Where can you find such a leader, I ask you, in Biafra land? Because everybody is now after their own pockets. Everybody is after their own bank account. Everybody want to enrich their children. Everybody want to ensure that they, stuff all cash, steal all money they can, and save it up for their 20th generation. MAZI Nnamdi Kanu had such opportunity to do so while he was in Kuje, to make life better for himself, his family, and his children, even the unborn children. But he chose Biafra. MAZI Nnamdi Kanu chose Biafra over wealth. MAZI Nnamdi Kanu chose Biafra over money. MAZI Nnamdi Kanu chose Biafra over oil well. MAZI Nnamdi Kanu chose Biafra over properties, landed properties, and physical properties. He chose Biafra. Then I ask you this morning, what have you chosen? What have you chosen? If they bring 100,000 naira, not even million, let's not go to million, and dangle it in front of your face, will you not capitulate? If they bring just 50,000 naira and wave it in your face and say to you, show me where Ipob is having their meeting, will you not succumb and take 50,000 naira only and sell that thing that you believe in? I need you to understand the man that we are talking about. This is why I get infuriated when people talk rubbish about MAZI Nnamdi Kanu, because they don't know him the way I know him. They don't know him the way you know him as an IPOB member. When I see him, I just look at him. He doesn't know why I'm looking at him. I ask myself, can I do this? If given the chance, I know, it's so glamorous to be the leader of IPOB. It's so glamorous to be the leader of BIAFRANS. But do you know what goes with it? Do you know what goes to it? At the time, children of Israelite even poised and decide, you know what? We are going to stone Moses to death. Let us stone Moses to death because this Moses is handling more than he can chew. They even wanted to kill Moses. There's a people called, I think in the Bible, Abiram and Koram. They came together, they conspired against Moses and said, let us stone Moses to death. What has Moses done? Because he was just being a leader. Many a times, most of our people have contemplated evil against MAZI Nnamdi Kanu for no just good reason. If you ask them, what has this young man done, evil, wrong, that you are castigating him, that you are contemplating or conspiring against him, they will not give you a good reason. But if they have to tell you the truth, their reason will be, why should it be him? Why should it be MAZI Nnamdi Kanu? A small boy like him. There are elders here, people who have fought in the war and whatever. Why should it be Nnamdi Kanu? That is simply their reasons. But they will not tell you that. They will come to you with sweet tongues and begin to tell you lies. Oh, do you know MAZI Nnamdi Kanu did this, did that? But right deep in their hearts, that is not the actual reason why they are castigating MAZI Nnamdi Kanu. Their castigation, all rooted in jealousy, envy. But some of us are gullibles. We will buy it. We will buy anything. You open your Facebook and you see, oh, MAZI Nnamdi Kanu is a thief. Yeah, I think he's a thief. I think so. You are thinking. You're not even sure. You haven't even investigated. But you believe right away. That is how gullible some people can be. I say to people, I choose my own friend. I choose my own friend. For the fact that the person I chose as a friend, to you, he is a bad person. For the fact that somebody I chose as a friend, to you, is a no-no. You don't approve. Does not mean that I need your permission or your approval in order to choose a friend. I have this friend of mine while I was in South Africa. When I went to South Africa, I met this guy. He was the first South African I met. When I was having a barber shop. Yes, I was having a barber shop in South Africa, cutting hair in the side of the street. He came to me, and then of course he cut his hair, and then we talked, and then we become friends. I'm talking about 1998. So if you can calculate, you tell me how many years I'm talking about. Do you know that this same guy, he was not approved by a lot of people? People told me, oh, he is this, oh, he is that, oh, what are you doing, oh, this guy is this guy is that. But from 1998 till today, this guy is still my friend. Almost 20 years. The same person that nobody approved, he is still my friend. When I wedded, I went to Biafra land to wed. This guy was my best man. He was my best man. From South Africa, I took him to Biafra land. He became my best man. I want you to understand. This is the same person nobody gave approval. What am I trying to say? People's approval rating has nothing to do with your choice. You should not allow people to choose for you. You are born with the rights and the free will to choose. Even God himself, in his infinite mercy, will never choose for you. God said, I have given you right to choose good and evil. The only thing God did was he advised you. He said, choose good, my son, that you may live. He never said, you must choose good, my son. No. You still have right to choose evil if you want. It's your choice. That is how you are born. You are born free. Then why should we allow people to change our mindset? Why should we allow people to dictate what we do or what we say or how we act? There is something I learned, and I took that decision. Ever I took that decision, things changed drastically for me. Sometimes you think that maybe your problem is heredity, your problem is ancestors, blah 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 blah. No. Sometimes your problem is how you live your life. I give you an example. I said to myself, I think it was some years back, I said to myself, you know what? Because I realized that I started many projects which I end up not finishing. I will start this project, I jump to this one. I start this project, I jump to this one. Then I ask myself the question, why am I not finishing this project? Only to realize that it's because of what people say. Somebody will tell me, no, why are you doing this one? No, why don't you do this? And then you leave this one, you jump to do the other one. Nah, you bottle. Imagine I hear cigar na gaga. You abandon a hair bottle, you jump to a hair cigar. Nah, for you, cigar kwa. Just why I feel and you jump from a cigar to a hair fella. This is why some of us are failing. Because you want to live your life to please people. When are you going to start to live your life for who you are, the way you want it, the way it pleases you and your God? Then I said to myself, you know what? If I start a project, I am going to finish it. And ever since then, I've never looked back. Whatever I started, I always try to see it to the end. What am I trying to say? Let me bring it back to this freedom, because I wanted to digress a bit, which what I did. Let me bring it back home again. Why should somebody, a faceless person on Facebook, somebody you don't know, somebody you have never seen before, somebody you probably will never see in your life until you die, say something on Facebook against our leader Nnamdi Kanu? You believe it? Unbelievable. Somebody you don't know, you have not seen them before, and you may not see them before till you die. They just write on Facebook, oh, Nnamdi Kanu this, Ucheme for this, Ipob this, Biafra that. You just believe, you run with it. Then I ask you, don't you have a mind of your own? When God created the person who wrote that thing and gave them whatever he gave them, what did God give to you as well? Did God created you empty, with an empty skull or with an empty brain, that you cannot think? And you know, there is nothing wrong with reading something. If you see something, you can read. But the point is, what you do with what you read is the issue. When you finish reading, do you just agree, or do you investigate, or do you interrogate that before you can run with it? I am a forensic investigator by profession. And one of the things I've learned in my industry is this: I cannot pursue a case without substantiative evidence. You know, while I was working in Vodacom as an investigator, my boss always tell me, before you bring a case to me, bring the evidence along with. Because if you don't have evidence, I am not going to approve you to investigate this case. So what he normally does is, I bring a case to him and I say to him, okay, there is fraud here. I need to investigate this fraud. He said to me, okay, I've seen the case. You have a point. This is fraud. Where is the evidence? I said to him, no, I don't have one yet. He said, okay, I will put your file next to my desk. Go and get me the evidence. So that in case if this matter goes to court, we will be able to prove our case. Because if we don't have evidence, at the end of the day, whoever we are accusing is going to turn around and sue us for defamation. Always have evidence. Always substantiate whatever you are alleging. Because whenever you go and begin to wara, yap, when you finish, do you know what people will ask you? Onye gwarage. For some of you who are Igbo, they will ask you, Onye gwarage, meaning who told you? When you go on and yap and gossip, if there is a strong mind there, the question they will throw to you is, who told you? But because because you don't have proof, because nobody told you, because you're a very busybody, because you love gossip, you won't even have an answer. You will get upset and say, well, if you don't want to believe it, leave it. But if you have done your investigation, if you have interrogated that issue, and somebody asks you, who told you? My goodness me, you will start from one and begin to elaborate and begin to analyze. By the time you finish elaborating and analyzing, the person will even agree with you. That is why it is very difficult to convince me, MAZI Kejukwonoha. Very, very difficult, I tell you. Maybe because of my profession, maybe because of what I've read in the school. Because when I was doing my forensic degree, of course, some of you who have done research program, you know what research is all about in the university. You have to bring your empirical evidence. You need to go and test the evidence. You need to go and interview people before a professor can even approve your research. Even if it's a master's degree research, even if it's a degree research, you have to bring an empirical evidence in order for it to be approved. Some of you who are in the university, you know what I'm talking about. The same is how life is. The same is how what they are trying to teach you there in the university, what they are trying to teach you is how to behave in the real life. That you cannot believe everything you see. You cannot listen to everything you hear without substantiating whether it is true or false. As Biafrans, we have gone past that level of people talking rubbish and we just listen and believe. We have gone past that level. As Biafrans, our mind is somehow, I don't know, let me give you an example. Soldiers. The soldiers, there's a way their mind is positioned. When you say to a soldier, shoot, they shoot. Even the soldier sometimes knows that I'm not supposed to shoot, but they shoot. This is how their mind has been programmed. This is what that industry requires. Obey the last command. Obey the last order. And I keep telling people, when we are in a struggle as IPOB, it is not meeting no. We are like the military, because this is freedom fighting. Underline the word fighting. Freedom fighting. That word fighting, invited comma, open. Freedom fighting means you are in a war. The other one says struggle. Do you understand the meaning of the word struggle? Struggle means you are in a struggle. It is like war. And only soldiers fight wars, not ordinary people. Civilians don't fight wars. Trained men fight wars. This is why we should be behaving like military people. Some people will say, why can't I say my mind? What kind of IPOB is this? So I will not say my mind. You're telling me command and control, command and control. Yes, it is command and control because we are military. We are not in a meeting. When Biafra comes, your right will kick in. When Biafra comes, you can say your mind. When Biafra comes, you will enjoy all the rights in the Bill of Rights. When Biafra comes, you will enjoy every right. Freedom of association, freedom of expression, freedom of worship. These are alienable. These are sacrosanct, and you will enjoy them when Biafra comes. But for now, we are in a struggle. We are in a fight. The sabo carry. So many saboteurs around. We cannot take chances. No, we need to obey the last command. We need to understand what we are in. We need to understand that this is not a child's play. We need to understand that this is freedom fighting. My goodness me, to the last. People have died already. I don't need to tell you. You know. And you know the numbers. And more are dying. Even as I'm speaking to you, people are dying. This is why we are not taking anything for granted. This is why we are very careful. If it is not command and control in IPOB, by now there will be no IPOB. Trust me when I tell you so. Even though there is command and control, still there are a lot of saboteurs within who are falling away. Can you imagine when there is no command and control? But because of command and control, we are able to hold things together. We are able to hold things tight. People wonder, why is IPOB infallible? Why is IPOB so strong? They don't know what is the reason. They don't know what is our foundation. MAZI Nnamdi Kanu is not your average human being. MAZI Nnamdi Kanu is not your average human being. If your IQ level is 8, MAZI Nnamdi Kanu IQ level is 1,000. You can doubt it, but that is a fact. If you say it's not true, come and challenge him. Come and face him. Face him in a debate. And debate with him and see how low you are in IQ level. Before he came out, he knew the kind of people he's dealing with, the kind of members he would deal with. And by the grace of Chukwu Kikabiama, he was able to come up with a procedural way to handle this movement. And ever since then, IPOB is wasting strong. Do you know what has been done to this organization so it can fail? Do you know what has been done to these indigenous people so that they can collapse? But they did not. It's not like we have so much millions in the bank account. It's not because we are, I don't know how to put this. We are so sophisticated people or whatever. Most of us are just ordinary people. Most of us are doing the common jobs on the street. They call us miscreants and whatever. But yet we are able to hold this family together. We are able to march forward. The indivisibility of IPOB lies within the strength of our leadership. You don't need to come into this organization with sentiments. You don't need to. You don't need to come into this organization with ulterior motives. You don't need to come into this organization with your personal agenda. IPOB simply means the indigenous people of Biafra. Let me repeat in case you did not hear me. The indigenous people of Biafra. Ndinwala. The people who owns the land. That is IPOB. We're talking about Asian people here. 5,000 years in counting. These are the kind of people we are talking about when we talk about IPOB. You need to understand the kind of movement we are in. And if you think you can come and destroy IPOB with your ulterior motive and your personal agenda, it is not going to happen. Many have tried and they have collapsed, and we are still standing. We are still wasting strong. You know, when I look back and see the kind of lies, the kind of media wars, media propaganda that has been leveled against MAZI Nnamdi Kanu, I ask myself, will I be able to handle such? Would I be able to handle such? It is not easy, my fellow Biafrans, my fellow comrade. It is not easy being MAZI Nnamdi Kanu. I can tell you that. The whole world, there is no day that will go by millions of people don't call the name MAZI Nnamdi Kanu. Just one man. Now you need to know why we should be grateful to Chukwu Kikabiama for this man. Now you need to know why we should be grateful to God for giving us such a leader. Sometimes I ask myself, if MAZI Nnamdi Kanu did not come out, if MAZI Nnamdi Kanu did not answer Chukwuka Kabiama, that means he'll be following Owazurike now. And he will go and sell all of us away to Britain. Yeah, that's what it means. Because tell me who else would have led us this far. Tell me who else. Count the progress we have made as an indigenous people. Count the progress we have made as a people, and yet we are still standing. They pushed us. They have millions. They zoo. They have billions of dollars. They try all their games to frustrate us, to implant, to infiltrate us. But we are still standing because we have a brave leader and we have a brave deputy. A manager is somebody who manages people. If you're working in a company and you have a manager, the work of your manager is to look after the company interest and to manage you, to ensure that you are doing the work the company wants you to do. The manager don't tell you something new to do. The manager only tell you what you've been hired to do. That is a manager. Because if your manager tell you to do something that is out of your job description, you can challenge the manager. But a leader, hear me well, O BIAFRANS, but a leader is somebody who lead the people, somebody who get the people to do what he wants them to do, somebody who lead in the front, somebody who before he asks you to do one thing, he has already done it, so that to show you an example of what he's talking about. That is a leader. And I've seen all the replica of a good and quality leader in our leader MAZI Nnamdi Kanu. And I hear, no, he doesn't just talk. He demonstrates, he acts. I'll give you an example of something that will amaze you. When we were moving to this our new office, you know, the place I was supposed to set up for the studio, I kind of don't really like it. I wanted something different. I wanted something extra, whatever, you know. And then, the day our leader came to the office, I met with him. He said to me, oh my God, Ikechukwu, this is very simple. He began to demonstrate right in front of me, showing me how I should set up, show me how everything will be. And at the end of the day, I will still have the space I need. Rachel Nwosu was here. Castro Nkume was here. They will bear me witness. And when he finished explaining everything, I was amazed, because in my wildest dream, I never dreamed that that thing is possible. In my wildest dream. Now that is a leader. That is a leader. Because if he did not show me how and just say to me, Ikechukwu, put your things there, I want you to be there, and then he walk away, that is not a leader. Because I might not still do it. I might revolt. I might say no, but it's not possible. But he went there and said to me, Ikechukwu, you put this one here, you put that one there, you do it like this, you do it like that. When he done, I clapped for him. Asked the people who were around, I say, my God, this man is a brain machine. And that is living by example, and that is leading in front, and that is living by demonstration, and that is living by action. In my life, I've never seen any leader with the qualities of our leader MAZI Nnamdi Kanu in this generation. Even though nobody might want to give him the credit he deserves, even though the world might not want to recognize him for whom he is, for the blessings and the quality Okike has put in him, we BIAFRANS have to. It's true they say a prophet is not valid. A prophet is not recognized in his homeland. But we are going to change that course of history. We are going to change that statement. MAZI Nnamdi Kanu will be recognized in his hometown. MAZI Nnamdi Kanu will be recognized and valued in his hometown. He will be recognized and valued in this generation, because leaders like MAZI Nnamdi Kanu only comes once in a lifetime. And this is Radio Biafra Middle East. And of course, Biafra is rising. And this is how we are coming out. Middle East, and of course, we are live this morning. It is the 27th, 2019. The time here is 10:06 a.m. in the morning. If you are in Biafra land, motherland, where the sun is rising, it should be the same minute past the top of hour, specifically 6 minutes past 9 in the morning. And I want to welcome you once again because this is Radio Biafra. This is RBL, the last, and of course the first and the last, and nobody can dispute that. We are the best. We are the best. There is none like us. And of course, I must welcome you once again. But before we proceed, I want to say a very short and simple prayer. Very short, sweet, and simple prayer. Let us pray. Father, we thank you this morning. We bless your name. We have come before your place. We've come before your... We say it's your place because Biafra is your place. Radio Biafra is where we worship. And this morning, Father, we have come to worship again in your place. We have come to worship on this platform, Radio Biafra. And I want to say, Father, that you may receive all the glory, all the honor, and adoration. We are your people. We are Biafrans. And we are called by your name. Father, our prayer is very simple this morning. Very, very simple and very short. Bless our leader, MAZI Nnamdi Kanu. Protect him, guide him. Bless our deputy MAZI Uchemefo. Protect him and guide him. Bless all the principal officers, all the DOS. Bless them and protect them, oh God. And bless all Biafrans wherever they are all around the world, especially those in Biafra land. Bless and protect them. And all this we pray in the name of Chukwoki Kabiama. Ise. Alright, welcome back once again. It is Radio Biafra Middle East. I just want to appreciate my leader MAZI Nnamdi Kanu this morning. If my leader, I don't know, man, I would have said Onye huru MAZI Nnamdi Kanu sunye beer. But my leader doesn't drink beer. He doesn't drink beer. All you can give to him is to pray for him. Pray for MAZI Nnamdi Kanu. Every day you go to bed or before you go to bed, go on your knees and pray for our leader MAZI Nnamdi Kanu and his deputy MAZI Uchemefo, because the task in front of them is paramount. But we believe, we have faith in Chukwoki Kabiama that no mountain shall stand against Zerubbabel. Absolutely. Every mountain in front of our leader shall be made level. He needs your support. And that is all he needs. And of course, Biafra will be restored. So this morning, we are going to, of course, do like we always do. We need to open our line this morning quickly. And of course, I'm going to let Biafrans to begin to call in this morning and tell me what is on their mind. But before I do that, we need to welcome Biafrans, especially those in Motherland Biafra, because this is Radio Biafra. And hello, Motherland. Tell me how you are doing this morning, because the sun is rising and Biafra too is rising. So what are you waiting for? Get up. It is Biafra o'clock.
Hello, Motherland. Tell me how you doing. Hello, Motherland. Tell me how you doing. Hello, Motherland. Tell me how you doing. Hello, Motherland. Tell me how you doing.
Anyama Ibo.
Hello, Motherland. Tell me how you doing.
Anak.
Hello, Motherland. Tell me how you doing.
Esik.
Hello, Motherland. Tell me how you doing.
Ibibio.
Hello, Motherland. Tell me how you doing.
Idoma.
Hello, Motherland. Tell me how you doing.
Igebe.
Hello, Motherland. Tell me how you doing.
Igala.
Hello, Motherland. Tell me how you doing.
Ala Ibo.
Hello, Motherland. Tell me how you doing.
Ikwere
Hello motherland, tell me how you doing.
Isoko.
Hello motherland, tell me how you doing. Hello motherland, tell me how you doing.
Ogoni.
Hello motherland, tell me how you doing.
Urobowade.
Hello motherland, tell me how you doing. Hello motherland, tell me how you doing.
Alright, welcome back once again. It's still Radio Biafra Middle East. And of course, Biafra is rising this morning. And there is nothing anybody can do about it. Because when Biafra has risen, of course, they will all run heck to scatter. Because Biafra have come to stay. And of course, I will take a quick break. When I return from the break, I tell you what I will do. I will go straight to our line and get Biafrans to start calling in this morning. That is exactly what I am going to do. So, Honorokari Beya, if you are here and I need you to go and let others know, because you cannot be listening to Radio Biafra alone. You cannot. If you are listening via Facebook Live, I want you to begin to share it wide and near. Invite your friends, invite even our enemies. They need to come and hear this gospel according to the restoration of Biafra, because it is Biafra o'clock. This is the time for us to restore Biafra, and nothing else can stop us. I trust me when I tell you, nothing else can stop us. Alright, it is still Radio Biafra Middle East. Biafra is rising. And of course, let me take this quick, of course, announcement, and then we will take a quick break. And after the break, we will be back, and of course, it will be straight to the open lines, and I will give Biafrans the platform so you can call us and tell us what is on your mind. Judgment. I am the Lord. Exodus 12, verse 12. Prayer topic that God will destroy conspiracy of all nations that align with Nigeria to stop the restoration of Biafra. Let God cause
that I am. I will bless whoever blessed you, and I will cost whoever cost you. War against the kingdom of darkness that stands against God's people of Biafra. The more you try to stop us on this united movement, the more we unite with more great people, and more real brave people keep multiplying up. Revolutionary blast the Babylonians, for the Biafrans came from Israelite. Tell us how this Ababa came from. Destroy the invention. Make sure you destroy every being that stands as destruction obstruction. Damn the demon incarnate, hiding under the umbrella of American and British world power. The blasphemous. Babylonian surprise how we survived the strike of 1967. Bomb bullet the project is hardcore Biafran striving for heaven with psychological object. You can't stop the revolutionary strive. The media lie from generation to generation just to fly, but we bring you down with the Biafran necktie. Testify, bonify, 45 Biafran arose with the deuce to blow. We've beyond perspective point, consuming so many history books. As the years took for us to trace the truth to the roots, they used to roost the home of the brave, cause we were blinded with white man lies they imposed on our region. We were civilized with the Jewish religion before the white man disease came to Black Gold Kingdom. With their demons they chain our freedom. We took fortitude for all the pains we passed through. The era of slavery to date bondage. General Dumegu Dike Ojukwu, greatest in charge of all time. We suffer multicultural slavery, full ownership to the new world. Britain came in, the game changed, more horrible. Introducing Biafra to ethanol, alcohol, damaged by the system, and tobacco, nicotine causing cancer. Biafra nation was established by Lord Afra, 8500 BC. And Britain came in, destroy our ecosystem king. Lord Lugard for kill our fathers to amalgamate us with Nigeria contraction to be Muslim since 1914. 1925 killing of Aba women riot. For so long they have been killing Biafrans till date. Britain brought MSTs to deceive. All they done for us not to trace our origin back. They don't give a fuck about our hurt, rather value Biafran world. Don't bomb babies were beheaded, lynched in the street, set ablaze in their home. Children taken from school and executed with matching teeth. And guests were taken from their schools to leprosy. And other people with other diseases keep raping them. Beheaded pregnant women were chipped to death, and their unborn babies taken out of their stomach and killed as well. Men and children of all ages were thrown into the well of less bread, steady screaming, crying for help, but the rest of the world act deaf. The British and Nigerian government filled up dead to 40 food with heavy stones. Some were forced to eat feces and drink urine with no hope. They bombed civilians in the hospitals, market, churches and at their homes. Biafra homeland became a arena of skulls and bones. The ever worst war crime in the whole world after the Jewish Holocaust. Still the blood wasn't enough for the beast warmongers. British sent troops with warplane mortars, grenades, executing innocent blood of Ayakorome in brutal council. Currently 4 weeks Buhari integrated. He used helicopter and napalm bomb Akwa Ibom coast, using AK-47 war gun, shooting Calabar people in the night. All Nigerian armed forces execute IPOB in Aba, in Oiwacha, in Onisha, main bridge in Ipob. Abakaliki, Dome and land never be exceptional. They harass and execute many communities in Enugu. 30th May Memorial Day of fallen heroes, turn bloody. They broke into the churches with no respect to God. Start arresting, executing people, raping Biafran women. Using Boko Haram trained by Saudi Arabia among their 84 terrorist group. And America did nothing at all. So many unforgiving sin till thy kingdom come. We will never forget this till thy kingdom come. For the properties the seas giving us 20 pounds after warfare. For the welfare of our world, they ripped in pieces, sending us to open new market in the forest with 20 pounds. Now you call it Alaba International Market. An updated Britain who were past and present against Biafra seceded. Now fought and gotten India succeed from European Union. American state who support freedom of speech only on the lips to black people. Biafran came looking for freedom. We realized American Britain kingdom are ruled by incarnates of demons. No surprise American give the logic to those behind the scopic who make the mechanic plot execution of skulls of 1967 unique people. I know many would understand it like magic from aquatic. Take and listen to one of my speech brethren, or make it so fair. Stop corporate news lying to you and your children. Do you ever thought how Islam came into existence? Do you ever thought how Islam came into the place you are living? Do your memory ever reconnect you how your grandfather's religion was raised? They execute many black skulls before imposing Islam into African region. Out of fear, many souls were submissive to Islam religion. So many souls Muslim rule. Got people real fool about it, referring your system Islam religion. Is ever lie told before that Islam is a peaceful religion? This is a paradox they use to cripple Turkey and to see Africa as a land of monkey to mockery. My papa told me Biafran story, so shall I tell my own bonkies about the worry. Watching Biafra documentary issue, reminiscing tears as the years took ever gone. It's over if you don't believe worship a tetragrammaton. You don't deserve to speak with Biafra Krakadoni, for the Biafran to be gone. Look how you treating my people is too bad. Why you really acting like you do too late? Look how you treating my people is too bad. Why you really acting like you do too late? Look how you treating my people is too bad. Why you really acting like you do too late? Look how you treating my people is too bad. Why you really acting like you do too late? You wear the treat on like a stranger in a paraland. I know I can speak like you all, but you all understand me well. For the black people hemisphere, you soak in the red, and you sleep comfortable on bed. Soon the reward of death will visit you all from hell. For the petition of people you sent to ill grave, have answered by God of reprieve to haunt you all. Of a worry bird memory of imperialism, slaverism, colonialism, religion, terrorism. Ever since the end of Biafran defense war, agreement was made, no victor, no vanquish. Promises was made for Nigerians to build infrastructure and rehabilitation for Biafrans. But when Biafran came for pledge redemption, Nigeria government gone. This picture is never wrong. They don't want us to live on. They thought all they had cause are dead gone, but they get it wrong. Nnamdi Kanu overthrown the white and black man dragon with 50 million resurrected hardcore Biafrans with machine guns. Testify ready to die even they keep the bullet fly. For we are born, raised in the bomb area, condemned by the Catholic Church. We understood the mystery behind such, but to rather unite Ipob remain much for our souls sold not for gold. For so long constantly searching for knowledge from a distance. Instantly wisdom was there before civilization came into existence. You can reason up the circumstance why Biafran from ages always stand fame for resistance. Through our system of resistance persistent. Even though most of us locked up in the cage like the Roman Empire details before technology came to mankind knowledge. The Roman Empire under Illuminati one goal, stole God religion and painted it delusional. Made people wallowing in the bloody satanic ocean of fire. So much unwasted damages to date. Nobody give a fuck about protecting my race. So I hold on with AK on the revolution face to bring down the disgrace. For we're going to school to be nobody's slave. They want us to keep it living dark life. Look around, poor healthcare, no warfare, always warfare against us and hemisphere. What unfair, people get disappear, and the mouthpiece of the sea are living in fear. The rest acting deaf ear on our bloody tears. And politicians dress us each time they execute our blood with euphemism speech. They have sunk our organic hemisphere with the human blood and destroy our aquatic species with chemicals entitled with the aftermath of getting cancer. And our chieftains and elders are blind, telling us to listen to the saga. Conspiracy going on and laid by the inventories. They infiltrate for us to go for war instantly, with none of the children serving in infantry. Religious war is the reason primarily African territory has become cemetery for terrorism. We are Muslims executing innocent Christians and Jewish mercilessly. And American power did nothing to Saudi Arabia of sponsoring and supporting a terrorist group in the era of 24th century. Only sanction in Russia for Western power to get easy access to all and beyond former USSR geographical territory under their control watch. But we bring the truth out to our people who are still blind of the search, like during the expository essay of the Holocaust of the Jewish. And if you stand in my way of getting freedom through, my tools will blast you so hard it will get next bastard pedophile next to you trying to screw. And I salute on my loyal black boot to my Biafran revolution crew, standing with my symbolic flag. We Biafran build America. Now people who doesn't know the basic foundation of the United States of America, they migrated from different parts of universal base, enjoying our labor and our sweat faces. And origin people who build Americans still suffering today. Only option left for us is death. But I promise my Biafran pillars to deliver no shiver till they stop calling us niggas. Look how you treating my people is too bad. Why you really acting like you too late? Look how you treating my people is too bad. Why you really acting like you too late? Look how you treating my people is too bad. Why you really acting like you too late? Look how you treating my people is too bad. Why you really acting like you too late?
The way they treat us like a stranger in a parallel. Hey, not today. Only on the floor, my one. The way they treat us like a stranger in a parallel. Hey, not today. Only on the floor, my one. Make way for Biafra.
Biafra's struggle can never be unrewarded struggle. Remember, after rain, there comes sunshine. I remember for every dark night, there is a bright day after that. So it's afternoon now, when I say good morning to my Biafrans. The sun has risen and shining where there is no light, and that's the symbolic meaning of the sun appearance in the Biafran flag. Do remember, danger is real, but fear is the choice. But don't be victim of kingdom that will never last your freedom. Or receive Western education just to know the basics. No mortal can change the past, and no mortal can make the future. You are just an instrument to be used by the universal king. Remember, just like you have the power to manufacture and control minimum and maximum seconds under your wristwatch. There is someone above your origin, creates and has dominion over you, and your strange functional and sectional object you made. So life never comes by chance, it goes to you, a taste. So remain resolute, because when comes confusion, reality becomes illusion. Letter to my Biafrans. The best African revolution ever strategized is the Biafran one of the world top first-class revolution ever exemplified in the history of mankind, ever known to extend the man. Politics and corruption on the hip-hop industry silent my speech. But Biafra brought back my voice to strike and project on the psychological object. So why trying to blame us? So many lies was told to our brothers and sisters that were sold out to slavery. But I'm here to delegate the truth at the time. We did not land on the white man Plymouth land, but white men landed on black people Plymouth land. So what I'm saying is, we on our own when the white man disease came into our existence, bruised and ruined so many souls of the black people. But Biafrans are here one more time to restore the real nomenclature of the real mechanism or framework of the true worship of Yahweh, Chukwokika Abiyama. On this revolution project with no mind to accept evolution anymore. This is not voluntary, but it's mandatory only if you realize who you are and what you are as a human being. I think no need to tell the rest of the world that we are blessed with the best. So I have sacrificed my life, Biafra or dead.
Biafra! Worldwide! Fuck all y'all!
It's time to go home, brothers and sisters. Biafra Cracker Dawn is signing out.
This is Radio Biafra Middle East. We are on breakfast, and Biafra is rising. The sun is rising, and Biafra is rising. What are you waiting for? This is Radio Biafra Middle East, and we are on early morning breakfast. Do you know why? Biafra is rising. The sun is rising, and Biafra is rising. What are you waiting for? Call Radio Biafra now. Plus 972 533 990 485. Plus 972 533 990 485. Or you can call us on Skype. Biafra Rising, Radio Biafra. Biafra Rising, Radio Biafra. This is Radio Biafra Middle East, and we are on early morning breakfast. Do you know why? Biafra is rising. Alright, welcome back. Of course, the sun is rising and Biafra too is rising. What are you waiting for? Call Radio Biafra now and we will take your call. Call on the line. Can you hear me? Biafra is rising.
Yes. Biafra is rising. Good morning, MAZI.
Good morning from here and welcome to the program. Please go ahead. Biafrans are listening.
Yes, so my name is MAZI Chima Joseph. I'm calling from Suka, Enugu State.
I'm just
joining up. I'm just joining up now. Please like me for me to know where.
Just tell us what is on your mind. Go ahead. Tell us what is on your mind.
Okay, what is on my mind is I want to thank all Biafrans and those that are working assiduously, especially our director Nnamdi Kanu and also our deputy MAZI from M4 and all the directors of state and every Biafran should remain resolute and remain focused. Biafra is our target, and what I want to contribute now is this: any person that thinks that we are not going to get what we are looking for, the person is just. I can say I don't know what I used to qualify the person, but the only thing I know that Chukwu Kabiama is on our side, and those that saying that prophet cannot be followed in his own land. I want to say them that they are just making mistakes, because even Moses was recognized in his own time, and also our director Nnamdi Kanu recognized in the whole Biafra land, and we value him more than anything. And you know that whatever that he said to us must come to pass, and we have seen any of them. There's no anything that he has said to us that have never come to pass, and that thing has shown us that Chukwu Kabiama is with him, and his holy prophet. It's not like the prophet of today that what they are looking for is a way to change their wardrobe, the way they will use to get money. But what he comes to do for us is to come to set us free. I know that Chukwu Kabiama is with him, and I pray that Chukwu Kabiama will guide him, and whatever that he's doing, he's going in and he's coming in, Chukwu Kabiama will guide him until we reach our destination.
Yes, sir.
What I have this morning,
thank you very much. And of course we welcome that. It is to Radio Biafra Middle East taking your call this morning, and of course you are welcome. You are at liberty to call Radio Biafra now. Of course the numbers to call I have given to you: +972 533 990485. The number once again is +972 533 990485, or you can call us on Skype. Our Skype ID is as follows: Biafra Rising, Radio Biafra. Biafra Rising is one word and Radio Biafra is 2 words. So let's get interactive, because this is Radio Biafra, the voice of the voiceless.
Forever. We the great people, we the great nation, with love and unity. Anywhere we go, we represent our people. Yeah. We are moving forward every day. We the best, we the best. Every day we keep on moving forward. We the best, we the best. Every day we keep on moving forward. We the best. We end up on the wall. This is our freedom time. Biafra we stand up. Anytime I look up to the sun, that I know one day we must be free. We are the best all over the world, where we go. We keep on moving forward, but forever. Every day I got on my knees to pray, and you got for our freedom. The sun is shining, the rainbow is showing it. Biafra the promised land. We the best, we the best. Every day we keep on moving forward. We the best, we the best. Every day we keep
right, we are the best, and of course, we are moving forward, taking your calls here on Radio Biafra Middle East. Caller on the line, can you hear me? If you can hear me, Biafra is rising.
Biafra is rising.
Good morning from here. Please, your names and where you're calling from.
My name is Chuku Metolu. I'm calling from South Africa here.
Please go ahead.
Yeah. There's something I want to say, because all the time people are telling me these northern people, their population is too much. If their population is too much, why every time they want to do an election, they have to bring people outside come and help them?
That is correct.
Because why I'm saying that, I grew there, I was born there. There was something our people did. I want people to know, when they are doing census, they will come bringing people for our Igbo land to go to north to go and do it. There's one boy, I know his name. I don't want to call him because I met him. What they did, when they go to Galadima house, they will sit there, they will bring a register for them, they will be filling them, telling them, Adamunisa, they just feel anything, but they don't see anyone. You understand? Like I used to tell my people in that room, the Adamawa state, like a movie start local government. Agolo. Agolo is more than the 10 local government, in one Agolo. But Agolo is not even local government. So that movie start local government and movie not local government. The only population in Agolo feel there, I'm telling you, man.
Unbelievable.
So if I see them thinking that thing buffers me, these people use us a lot, That's my contribution this morning.
All right, thank you very much. And that is an eye-opener. And of course, we welcome that, the British taught Hausa Fulani how to manipulate figures. And today, Hausa Fulanis are experts. You can't touch them. They are experts in figures manipulation. And of course, that is playing in our eyes. And we are not here to compete with them. All we want is to go our own way. All we want is our freedom to separate ourselves from these people, because we have nothing in common with them. Just like our brother has rightfully said, one village in Biafra land is even bigger than 10 local governments put together in the so-called Hausa Fulanis area. But yet they are saying, they are so big in population. And of course, what can you do? You are not going to dispute that, because that is the false mathematical arrangement, of course, the British has laid down for them. And today they have actually grown so perfectly well in it, and they are practicing it, and they will continue to dominate the zoo. They will continue to rule the zoo, and there is nothing anybody can do about it. One Nigeria. So the best thing for us, of course, is to go home. The best thing for us is to go to our own land, and of course, and live like a free people, and live the way Chukwu Kikabiama wants us to live. That is the only answer to that. Thank you once again, my brother, for that. Of course, that is indeed an eye-opener, and we appreciate that. We must continue. It is Radio Biafra Middle East. Biafra is rising. Right, we are the best. Ipob in Dioma. Let's see who's on the line. Call on the line if you can hear me. Your names, please. Biafra is rising. Can I talk? You want Chineke? Call on the line. Unbelievable. Your line is a bit fluctuating. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
All right, please, your names and where you're calling from.
My name is Nnamdi. My other contribution is that I hear what you say on social media. It's not good. It's something online.
Maji, can you put your phone in your mouth so we can hear you? I'm struggling to hear you, please.
I'm hearing you now.
All right.
Another thing I want to say is to people from what was and the Cross River fighting each other in the second land. This is everything there. They have to so they should not be said, I want this to start. I think another you start there. Then
that line is very bad. Mazi, that line is very bad. Mazi, can you please drop and call back because your line is totally bad. I can tell you. Please, if you can drop and call back, please. All right.
Am I coming clear?
Let me hear you again.
Am I coming clear?
Yeah, let's see how it goes, but it's definitely not the best of line. Go ahead, please.
Okay, thank you. So let them be careful about what they're saying about my leader. It's not good. So take care.
All right. Thank you very much, my brother, but unfortunately that line is very bad. That line is very, very bad. We couldn't hear what our brother was trying to say. Caller on Skype, can you hear me? Caller on Skype.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, good morning from here. Please go ahead. Biafra is rising.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Biafra is rising. MAZI Kechuko. My name is Emeka Mambos. I'm calling from Italy.
All right, go ahead,
I'm
please.
so happy, glad today that you pick up the line. I'm the one that accused you last time that your call is relative, you know. We are Biafrans, so I never lied to you. I'm the one. I got angry that, you know.
Oh, you are the one. You are the one who was accusing me on Facebook. Unbelievable.
Yes.
There is no such, my brother. Go ahead, please.
That day, your program was so excited. It was so excited. You were asking questions. What makes somebody to remain in the struggle, and what will make you to. And that's something that moves me all the time when I listen to it. And to say that, you know, that day I call about it. Perhaps I wasn't fortunate for you to pick my call. So sometimes I drop and.
Do you know what was the problem, Mazi, do you know what was the problem? I use one Skype, I use one phone here, iPad for Skype. So that day, I had Pastor Christ on the line. So he's on Skype and nobody else can come in. That was what happened. Nobody actually came in until he dropped from Skype. So it wasn't a matter of not picking a call or not.
I call.
All right. Please go ahead.
Anytime they enter. Well, okay. Thank you very much. I like your most time, all the time you make program, you make something significant.
Thank you very much.
Very interesting. There's something something you said this morning. Our people, how our people reason. You know, most of our people have what they call fixed mindset. In a small struggle, they're fed up. They decide, no, because they have fixed mind. Fixed mindset is the people that when they try and fail, and they give up. But people that have growth mindset, when they fail, they continue. They will see that they will achieve gradually to the process, to the point they are going to, they are working towards. But sometimes, suddenly, a young guy on the train causing something, the guy was called somebody online and advising the person, a lady, on what to do. And I said, what you are telling that lady to do is not correct. From there, is just a friend. This little boy is my friend. So we continue discussing some certain things. I'm trying to advise. Without knowing that one of my comrades is behind me, I don't even know it, behind me inside train. So along the line, he just made a statement. He just called me, please, I should stop that lecture that I'm giving there. And there's another guy behind us there. He said because that guy is there, that I should stop that. I said, anyway, the lecture is not only all about our struggle. It's not natural. Yes, but that guy there is against our leader. I said, no, this guy, I know him that he's always in support of our leader and what he's doing. The guy came from Nigeria Delta, the guy I'm talking about. He said, no, that guy, he said, our leader signed an agreement with Atiku. Now ask the guy, say, is that true? He said something like that. He said, yes, he said it. He's against it. He wrote on Facebook against our leader that he signed an agreement with Atiku. I said, did you have? He said, no, he didn't have that. I said, how do you make this conclusion? And he said that he will publicize all the things, what transpired then. And you haven't waited then. Now you go that's rubbish and say that he made an agreement with Atiku. Do you have that from him? This my comrade also said that this guy said that our leader embezzled the Biafra Defense Fund. I said, oh dear me. I said, you are not an IPOB member. I have invited times you have not come. You promised that you come, you have not come. You have not even contributed even €1. Now you are talking about Biafra Defense Fund. Why are you people making? Now you go on Facebook and write rubbish against. You are not an IPOB member. You have not even contributed your monthly dues. You have not even attended our meeting for one day. I know where you live in. Anytime I say, can't you come and meet? They say, I'll come. Tomorrow I see you guys. You didn't come and meet because of transport. I didn't meet up. We have not even attended for the first time. But you are complaining about Biafra Defense Fund. I say, see, this is the kind of people that go on Facebook and write rubbish, and our people some and see all this and
absolutely
believe them, thinking that they're making something important, but they are nobody, inconsequential men on the street, meaning nothing. They tell us, who is Nnamdi Kanu? I say, who is Nnamdi Kanu? A man, you are fighting. I told one guy, I said, you are fighting for document here in this country, in Italy. You have not even gotten your document. I know what document means. And you see somebody who has been a citizen of British citizen, you know what it means. Even if our leader is not working in Britain, he is entitled to earn £700 every month, or £800 if I'm not mistaken. Every month without working anything as occupied. And this is his position. He's a prince. He owned the throne of his father. So you think that is nobody to you, and you in the street here, you want something. Oh my goodness me. So I love that program you made this morning.
Thank you very much.
But I want to request one thing from you. All these people calling all the time, when they call, ask them, are they an IPOB member? Because you say that he is calling from Italy, in Padova, precisely looking for a place to join IPOB. I was very, very scared. Padova is more or less is our headquarters here, and we have many IPOB members in Padova, which even very close to 10 session. We had our general meeting there, coordinators meeting there last time. So somebody is saying that he's looking for a place to join IPOB from Padova. Is very, very, very astonishing to me. I don't even believe that. But when next time people call you, maybe call from abroad, ask them if they join. If that person perhaps say that he called, because we know we have IPOB is very, very many in Italy here. We have many zones in Italy here. Somebody's coming from Italy, don't know where to join IPOB. Is a lie, it's a fallacy. I don't believe that. But perhaps that person is living very far, a distance far, but we might direct that person a place to get IPOB member. Though, try to ask them if they belong to IPOB member. These people, they don't belong to IPOB members. All they do is to call, to make comments, or to advising people to join IPOB, whereas you are not an IPOB member. It's very, very something.
All right, MAZI, thank you very much.
It amazed me because our people, the way they behave. Thank you very much. And sorry, allow me to say this before I end off my
Go ahead.
Last time you said that what join the struggle, and I want to tell you that what pushed me into this struggle is the call that one of our activists called our leader called Michael Okeke that asked several questions, very, very critical questions to our leader, asking me on the basis of that our leader take a vote, and that is what made me to. When I listen to that, I hope that Michael Okeke is still in this struggle, and I would like to see here one day, because that is his call makes many people to enter this struggle if you don't know. So he should be calling on this platform and let us know his whereabouts. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
And God bless.
All right, thank you very much for that. And of course, we welcome that call. And that is what we are talking about here, that you need to be sure of your story most of the time before you run with it. You don't hear they say, and then you begin to go and begin to write nonsense on Facebook. But when they ask you, how do you know? You are busy mumbling and jumbling because you don't even have proof to back up whatever it is that you are alleging. All right, we must continue. It is still Radio Biafra Middle East, and of course, Biafra is rising. And nobody, Nobody can stop Biafra from rising because Biafra is destined to rise. And of course, what we are doing is sacrosanct. It is a divine project and we must pursue it to the latter. No man born of a woman can stop the restoration of Biafra. Taking your call here on Radio Biafra. All right, you can call Radio Biafra now. Call on the line if you can hear me. Biafra is rising. Call on the line.
Hello.
Yes, I can hear you, my brother. Your names and where you calling from?
Okay. Good morning from Biafra land.
Good afternoon from here. Oh, it's still morning. Morning, absolutely. Good morning from the Holy Land of Israel.
Good morning, Wachineke.
There will Biafra is rising.
Biafra is rising. There will MAZI Kechponoha. My name.
Please go ahead.
Hello?
Yes, go ahead. We can hear you, MAZI. Go ahead.
Okay. I'm calling from Ebonyi province, precisely in Ndufachara Unit 1.
Welcome to the program.
Hello? Yes. MAZI, Kangwagi, Hemeremwaji, Sinab Monye Biafra.
By all means, go ahead.
Kangwagi Henemen. Mungwanerumanya na Timebu Foundation, new foundation. Piege dry madrumu na bian. So on the way you take we may change here my kitabro name with Biafra.
Absolutely.
Yes. A maramunga and malolo nebon state.
Yes, MAZI, continue. I'm listening to you. Just go ahead.
As a degree holder, a teacher, here now now is 28,000.
Unbelievable.
Yes, 28,000. No promotion. I'm still entering 8. Yes, entering position 1-8. No promotion since 212 this date. That's what we are suffering. And people don't want to listen and hear this coloring call by our leader Nnamdi Kanu. We are suffering. I'm a family of 6, including my wife and my parents. Tell me how I will use 28,000. So we are suffering really. We are suffering. We are working as it. We are evangelizing all parts of it. We can see in social media. We are going up and down, making sure people understand what is going on. So.
All right, I think I have lost our brother. It is sad indeed. It is sad indeed. I mean, can you imagine that? Can you imagine that? When we talk about restoring Biafra, people think that it is a fairy tale. People think we are joking. People think we are hallucinating. We are talking for the good of your life. We are talking for the good of your family. We are talking for the good of your children, your unborn children, and your generations to come. That is why we are fighting for Biafra. It is never about an individual. It is never about MAZI Nnamdi Kanu. It was never about MAZI Uchemefo. It was never about anybody else for that matter. We are fighting for Biafra for the benefit of all of us. And we must ensure that Biafra is restored. We must put hands together to make it a possibility. This is Radio Biafra Middle East. What are you waiting for? Because the sun is rising and Biafra too is rising. Call Radio Biafra now.
If I pray, God will go hear me. If I cry, Baba God will go hear me.
Easy praise.
It's so free, man. If you do like this and you do like that, some people go and stone you. If you try to talk the truth, they go use sellotape, cover your mouth, oh. But who know, you go know today, oh. 1967 was the war drum. 1968 was the gunshot. 1969 we see the hold on. 1970 we surrender, but we back again today. And it feels like yesterday. We no want no war. We want peace with freedom. We no want no bloodshed. We are people with conscience. Chukwuki Kabyama. People of Biafra, we will shine on.
I beg you, make you call God, yo. Somebody call God, yo.
I beg you, make you call God, yo. Somebody call God, yo. You're telling me the suffer. My brother, we need freedom. We never mind casting over. Me and you, we go there. People of Biafra, yeah. Chukua Biafra, yeah. Oh, you're telling me the suffer. My people, we need freedom. Never mind you, they casting over, yeah. Never try to maneuver, yeah. Go on, yeah. Go on, yeah. This relationship is our dead end. They will try to tell you for story, but thank God we got our history. Our community go make us start. Our differences, our fun. Baba God will show you know we need freedom. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Tribalism with religious crisis, marginalization with slavery tactics. This marriage you know go walk. Oh, Baba God we call on you.
I beg you, make you call God, yo. Somebody call God, yo.
I beg you, make you call God, yo. Somebody call God, yo. Oh, you're telling me the suffer. My brother, we need freedom. We never mind casting over. Me and you, we go there. People of Biafra, yeah. Chukua Biafra, yeah. Oh, you're telling me the suffer. My people, we need freedom. Never mind you, they casting over, yeah. They go try to maneuver, yeah. Go on, yeah. Go on, yeah. Go on,
is a praise.
Alright, it is Radio Biafra Middle East, and of course, we are the best. Let somebody call God and tell him it is time for Biafrans to go. Let somebody call God and tell him it is Biafra o'clock, because we will not stand still at ease in Zion. It is time for us to move. It is time for us to march home, because we are ordained. We are the children of Chukwu Kikabiama. The name of the Lord is upon our lives as our names depict. My name is Ike Chukwu Onoha, and I believe we are called by the name of Chukwu Kikabiama, and because of that, we will not stand still at ease. We are different. We are the limited edition. My goodness me. For goodness sake, Biafrans, we are the best.
All the Biafra people, all over the world, put your hands to the air. Turn on the light, we be the best anywhere we go. We keep on moving forward, back forever. We the great people, we the great nation, with love and unity. Anywhere we go, we represent our people. Yeah. We are moving forward every day. We the best, we the best. Every day we keep on moving forward. We the best, we the best. Every day we keep on.
Alright, we are the best. There is no dispute about it. We are IPOB. We are the indigenous people of Biafra, and of course being led by the greatest team of all time, headed by our leader, the supreme commander of all our loyal forces, MAZI Nnamdi Kanu. My goodness me, you cannot equate that. If you can quantify that, come, let's see you. All right, we must continue. I have people holding on the line, and of course I must oblige. I must go to them because this is Radio Biafra and this is where we worship. All right, MAZI below, I know you are a very, very patient man. That's why I allow you to wait. Can you hear me, MAZI below?
Yeah, good morning, my brother MAZI Kanu.
Good morning and welcome to the program.
I call you from Mozambique, from Omaka, Ninja, no province. One name, Kimoga,
The Quarago again, I'm watching again.
Sir,
Ofondo. Thank you very much. By all means, go ahead, please.
That place in Israel. Give agent and agreement fees na Israel.
What has MAZI below? What has this got to do with Biafra struggle?
I want him. He just go there. Mark with him.
Agent fee? No, I have not. I don't know about agent fee, but I know you pay deposit, which is normal way you do everywhere. There is nothing like that. I don't know about agent fees. I know you pay deposit.
Okay, here my South Africa go get in before my Mozambique and handle. My brother, it was actually coming in the buyer, coming in and my one day the African make a program for that and one day the man take the bigger message one day as a program. One day bani kai putting and a menu because he can no limit ndula batandola batawa. I brought one day, but one down, one day, and the Papaconula, I can put them to him and I make a program for this show that what you do, you in Biafra land, our people cannot about Anulo, the Abbey, that may business and doors. They agree on the imagine for the game here, like my brother hunting and over now, my business, come on, for Habata from home, from Lagos, when you have Lagos. In your agreement and agent fees are Hayana, on a 6 months to other Kugulo, you Kugulo 1 year, 3 years, money got your money be a Kugulo. I go to my business, you just workshop, how many months, how many years. When I hear Mozambique, only thing we keep Kugulo 2 months or a month or 3 months. Let us mandatory, just let us 2 months or 3 months give Kugulo. Let us advance our people. Didn't know the Biafra land. From Lagos, from everywhere. Allow them to enter. Give them the price. Yeah, give me a program. Let us our people understand that kind of that language. That kind of that attitude and culture. So that I want the more in our people. Only Morulo na Biafra land. You don't put active. You don't put Biafra like you love Biafra people. Let them come back home and give have 2 months to how we go event and how we can maybe make us program for us so that do more the better for that. Everybody vote for that. I don't know the better. I want to do that so that don't look out and I see why I can't do Biafra and I get a job to Nigeria. At Biafra land. Because of the keep here, can you go our leader Nnamdi Kanu? The motion should come here. That behind a man are walling face me and I face you. And again, in the program of Radio Biafra everywhere, Nigeria now. I call the United everything gas out. Gas every gas everywhere. I think it's men and women that next step in the work mobile. Not that United like that. Like here, South Africa, Tanzania, Mozambique, something like that. Hand bro, and then you have to mandate hand over one state, who are ham, everything of Langan. So we did the whole state. Over like Zone country, handle one data state, handle boy that the whole station never is TV or the whole of the down on yeah, that's the whole Zone. In the Zone, but the Biafra land. the Lagos, because Lagos is too much for the IPOB here. But I don't see the Lagos State cannot put Alaba International cannot put radio station in that place. I don't know why, because I don't know how to grade Biafra. I don't know Alaba International. This station. I don't know.
All right, Mazi.
Europe, we can have the data space, something like that. IPOB, let us work in that program. Okay,
thank you very much.
Thank you, Mazi.
You say. Thank you very much. And of course, that was MAZI Obi, all the way from Mozambique. He has made his point. And of course, we've taken note of that. Let's go back to the lines. Call on the line. Can you hear me? Biafra is rising.
Biafra is rising, about to call again.
Good morning from here and welcome to the program. Your names, please, and where you calling from?
Good morning, MAZI Kanu.
Good morning from here.
My name is MAZI Obi. I'm calling from Catholic program.
Go ahead, please.
Your program this morning is very, very interesting. For the people who have to understand the struggle we are in. I don't know my mind to go. But for my own understanding, that man is the spirit, not the man being. And the only those who are willing to follow him. Only others are there opposite no as no one. So the people who are willing to live the word of the Most High. So I'm even though I'm working and evangelizing people to join this club of the dog. Many days and also someone everybody will get it now. Only those who are pleased know what happen. So I thank you so much. Any demand on gonna read you on the hour some thank me. Even your book and
thank you. Thank you very much.
If I don't hear your voice on time, you thank me so much. Even when I complain to people, I need to get the voice of my I think what is special about me that yes, your voice alone. It sounds like a thunder the way our
Mazi. The Otuto carry, but I am humbled. I am humbled. We are in this together.
Yes. Same thing with Mazi. We know how we are moved, how numbers we are putting this struggle forward. But in the name of the Elohim, it's Japan struggle must be accomplished.
You say?
Nobody will stop us. When you get many, I put it in no way. They have nothing. They have not given the person that will stop the separation.
You see?
Now we have stopped the road of freedom. And no bad and matter we have stopped the road of freedom.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
All right, we welcome that, and of course, I don't know if I'm worthy of all these praises because what I am doing is just one aspect of the struggle. And I believe each and every one of us are doing their own best in their own way. All of us cannot broadcast on radio, and all of us cannot go to evangelism. All of us cannot do so many things. There are divisions of labor, and of course it happens that I'm doing this, and of course I don't see it as superior compared with what other people are doing. There are people who are doing marvelously well, especially in Biafra land and also in diaspora, and also we are all working towards the same goal, because at the end of the day, what you want is what I want. So when you are thanking me, it's like thanking me, I'm making money, and you are thanking me for making money. I don't know if you understand what I'm trying to say. We all want Biafra, you know. So what I'm fighting for is more important to me even than any other person else. And what you are fighting is also more important to you. Come and ask I am humbled for this, and of course we must continue. I consider this as a privilege, and I'm humble also to carry it out to the letter. We must continue. It is still Radio Biafra Middle East, and of course Biafra is rising. Let's go back to the call. Caller on Skype, can you hear me?
Yes, Mazi, good morning from here.
Good morning, Mazi, and welcome to the program. Biafra is rising.
Biafra is rising. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, my fellow Biafran, wherever you are listening from this morning. My name is Pastor Jack. I'm calling from Lagos this morning. I'm from Umonu. Umonu is in the Mwisi Autonomous Community, and the Mwisi is in Ohaji. Ohaji is in Imo Province. I give Chukwu Kikabiama thanks, first of all, this morning, for in the next generation I will come, I will always be a Biafran.
Yes, sir.
I want to thank God for bringing this body, indigenous people of Biafra, for the purpose of salvaging mankind, not only the indigenous people, but mankind on the surface of the earth, because we are born evil. We don't support evil. I equally thank God for the person he has sent to us, the person of our leader, who have turned Nigeria and the world, uniting our people. Because before it was almost impossible. Anytime you hear that this man is Igbo man or this man is from, you always want to distance yourself. But now anytime you hear that this one is my brother, you just rush and embrace that person. That is one of the things MAZI Nnamdi Kanu have succeeded in achieving. This morning I will encourage our people, as I always. Biafra will come. That is the sincerity. It doesn't matter who believes or who doesn't believe. The Bible says when the Lord turned again the captivity of Zion, he said that we are like them that dream. Then was their mouth filled with laughter. That is how some of you are going to experience this issue of Biafra. Now, maybe you might be there agitating or jittery over what we are doing. But the truth is, we have to appreciate what Nnamdi Kanu is doing. Because since I was born till now, I've never seen any person from Biafra land who have been able to attend, apart from his blessed memory. He came by one of Inewi. I have never seen any other person. You are aware that since you were born, no politician have your interests at heart. It's always from one deterioration to another. Just like the Ifan Ubai voted yesterday in another party, has run back to our enemy's camp. That is what we have been saying. It has been only MAZI Nnamdi Kanu who have been consistently consistent in what he's doing. He has never changed. He went to prison because of this issue. Many things, his family and all that were crushed because of this thing. He remained consistent. I want to tell you, both those people who are yapping, talking whatsoever they want to talk, even in only their family, they cannot do it. Even when it comes to the case of husband and wife, they will run away, abandon their family, let alone. So nobody should come on air and talk whatsoever you want, because God sanctioned this struggle. So now I want to talk the way forward. Thank God election has come and gone. Everybody has seen what actually happened, that your election cannot count. Even when we decide in our own state to change the status quo, they still read it against our people to tell you that there's nothing you can do. The only option remains for you is to chart a way forward. And that way forward is to have your freedom. And that your freedom will give you a sense of belonging, where you can say who goes and who doesn't go. When somebody doesn't do well, you say you are not going. You can say you are not going or you are going. What am I saying this morning? Our weapon is this radio. This radio has converted thousands of people today. I'm telling you the honest truth. Just like one of the previous callers just said, we need to empower Lagos State. We need to power here. We need to power our FM. Then begin to power others Biafra land states. Because this weapon, I'm telling you, the way it penetrates people, the first time they will not like it, the second time they will hear it before you know. Because we have secret listeners. They begin to ask you, I've been hearing what they're saying, how do I join? How do we do this thing? Let us do whatsoever we have to make sure we power this Lagos. In the district meeting here, I've been telling them, even the state coordinator, I have told him, John Paul, most of them I have told them we need to power this Lagos. If it is a place, I told them I have a place, I have a place that belongs to a Biafran person that we can use. So I don't know, if it's extra money, let's be contributing and make sure we power, because by the time we get Lagos, capture Lagos, I am telling you that we'll go far in this struggle.
All right.
As long as Biafran people are concerned. Well, I want to stop here this morning so that other people will come in, but everybody should just keep faith. Whatsoever thing you are asked to do, do it. But be rest assured that Biafra will be restored.
Thank you very much, MAZI. Of course, you have spoken very well. You have spoken very eloquently well. I love the time he used. Capture Lagos. My goodness me. That sounds like a victory approach. And of course, we welcome that. It is the Radio Biafra Middle East. And of course, Biafra is rising. The sun is rising and Biafra too is rising. And my question to you this morning is, what are you waiting for? Let us go up and take that country. Let us go up and take that which belongs to us. We owe no man any apology. Biafra is ours. We are the owner of the land. And of course, I want to know who owns this land? Who owns that land of our ancient people? Who owns that land of the rising sun? Who owns that land? That land belongs to nobody else but Biafran people. So what are we waiting for? Why are we standing aside and look why they slaughter and kill our prophets? This is our land. Biafra is our land, and we must go up and take it. There is no more waiting. There is nothing else for you to say, well, I'm waiting for 1, 2, 3, or 4 before I can go and take what belongs to me. Our land has been captured, and we must reclaim it back. In a war, people will overrun you and take that which belongs to you. And what do? You will go retreat, and then you will come back and take back that again. That is how the strategy of the war goes. This is Radio Biafra, and of course we have come out. We are not going back, because this is IPOB, the indigenous people of Biafra, and we are under the supreme leadership, under the supreme command of our leader, MAZI Nnamdi Kanu. He will lead us to the land which Chukwu Kabiam has promised to our ancestors. For the fact that we fought a war and lose does not mean that we will not win again. He who fights and run away lives to fight another day. That is something you need to understand and something you need to appreciate. And of course, we must keep on hailing Biafra, because Biafra is where our hope is.
Real time.
Alright, let's hold it there, because Biafra is buzzing. Our lines are extremely busy, and of course I will come back to that beautiful piece. But for now, let's go back to the line. Call on the line. Can you hear me? If you can hear me, Biafra is rising. You say?
Good morning.
Good morning from here. Welcome to the program.
My name is Ejike Chukwunonyerem, a native of Burumiri.
They were watching again.
Under South local government. South local government is under Anambra province.
By all means, go ahead.
My brother, I don't have much things to say this morning. Actually, I never called this line before.
You're welcome.
But I'm always a listener. I normally call Biafran television.
This
day, telling me try Biafra is rising. I want to use this opportunity to thank you all are working seriously in the studio. Even our writers, I thank them so much. Our lawmakers, we like thank them so much. Our council elders, I thank them so much. They are doing a serious work, which is work that Mohammed is supposed to do. There is a work that they are doing to uniting us. I thank them so much. I thank our principal officers. They are doing seriously a marvelous work for us. I thank them so much. I don't have any more things to say. They only to give you people thanks.
All right.
Open our eyes and they tell us what to do. And they're trying to do it. Most never you people tell us to do that we did never achieve any success. We said every day we achieve any success in many things we do so far. We thank you people so far. Thank you people so far.
Thank you very much.
We are moving ahead.
They want you naked.
I thank all the people around the whole world that are speaking the truth, that are standing for the freedom of indigenous people of Biafra. I use this opportunity to thank them. Many people in different countries and speaking truth about us and want us to go free, to free from Nigeria. I use this medium to thank them so much. Thank them. God will really bless them in 100-fold in the mighty name of Chukwukabiam.
Thank you very much. And of course, this morning we are taking it easy because it is all about Biafra. And of course, you have to give it to IPOB. Of course, this is a well-grounded and a well-founded organization under a very powerful leadership. And because of that, we have been doing exploit. We have been standing firm, no matter the tempest, no matter all they've done in order to shift us from our focus. But yet, we are still standing. You got to give it to IPOB because there has never been any freedom fighting outfit that you can compare with IPOB. IPOB Bukanandoma.
Bring bang bang is a prince. They call me the prince, I don't come again. Kunana, the original Biafran boy. Kunana, this is our freedom time. And we are come to call it our birthright. And now I can't solve us. The Friday promised land. Anywhere we gonna sow the blessings of the Lord, they follow us. Anywhere we gonna sow the blessings of the Lord, they follow us. Who no go no, who never hear go here. Say that problem come. We are the best. We are the best now.
All right, let's go back to the line. Call on the line. Can you hear me? Biafra is rising. Call on the line. If you can hear me, please go ahead.
Good morning.
Good morning from here.
Captain.
Please go ahead. We can hear you, your names and where you're calling from. All right. I am not sure what seems to be the problem. Call on the line. Can you hear me? No. Next call on the line, please. Can you hear me? Do I have a caller on the line? Unbelievable. All right, I am not sure what seems to be the problem. It appears I am losing the caller, but of course we must continue. It is still Radio Biafra Middle East. The time here is 11:28 a.m. in the morning here in the Holy Land of Israel, Tel Aviv to be precise. And of course, if you are hearing the sound of my voice in Biafra land, it should be 28 minutes or thereabout past 11 in the morning. And of course, there is no doubt about it. The sun is rising in Biafra land at the moment as I'm talking to you. And so is Biafra soaring so high, and no man born of a woman can stop the restoration of Biafra. What we have come to do is very simple, and I keep saying this all the time. I keep elaborating on this, that what we have come to do is very simple. We have come to restore Biafra. It's as simple as that. It is not ambiguous. It's very straightforward. And what we have come is to restore Biafra, and we will not fail. We will not fail. Let me repeat again. We will not fail. We must restore Biafra because what we are pursuing is divine. And that is the reason I say we will not fail. Because everything the hand of Chukwu Okike is backing up, that thing must succeed. And Biafra is something that is divine. It's something that is sacrosanct. And because it is indeed so, we will not fail. We will restore Biafra for us and for our children and our generations to come. You can quote me anywhere, I said so. And because Biafrans, their minds are made up, because our people have come out to do this, I don't believe that any one of us will back out. If you back out, that means you are not called in the first place. You are not among the 100 people our leader is looking for. Our leader is looking for 100 men. Who will restore Biafra? Are you among these 100 men? I will allow you to think and pause and deliberate on this and ask yourself if you are among these 100 men.
Every day keep on praying to God. It's our freedom time. Now so we keep on moving forward. But yeah, I feel hope it's your man. I feel hope it's your man. Different people, your man. Different people, your man. Yeah, let us that make it on. Let us that make it on. Let us that make it step on it on. It's our freedom time. Promised land, they're from the promised land. They're from the promised land, they're from the promised land. Yeah, when I look up to the sky, I can see the sun is shining. It's shining all over Biafra. We are the best. I give thanks to God for the blessings on us. Oh yeah. Oh na. Come to our freedom time. Every day keep on praying to God. It's our freedom time. It's our freedom. Now so we keep on moving forward. Keep on happy hope is your man. Happy hope is your man. Happy hope is your man. Different people, your man. Different people, your man.
Welcome back once again. This is still Radio Biafra Middle East, and of course, as we begin to summarize and as we begin to bring this program to an end, I need to re-emphasize on the issue, and of course, which we have touched earlier on in this program. Of course, I was talking about us as Biafrans, as IPOB, using our mind and do not allow people to dictate for us what is right or what is wrong. What do I mean by that? We should not allow allow gossipers. We should not allow people who don't even have anything useful to substantiate whatever false allegation they're labeling against IPOB, against our supreme leader, to actually influence us. We should be the ones actually deciding. We should be in forefront. We should be dictating the pace and not the other way around. When somebody writes something against our leader or against IPOB, you should be able to debunk such, because you don't have any proof from whoever is writing in order to substantiate what they are alleging. This is what we are trying to say. All right, let me go back to the lines. I think I have a call on Skype. Caller on Skype, good morning. Biafra is rising.
Biafra is rising.
Good morning, welcome to the program.
God bless you.
And bless you too.
They miss you well,
I miss you too, my sister.
They come. They miss you well.
I do, my sister. I can't pay. I know they shake. I know they move ground.
I say you take care. Your boy is strong well. Thank you very much, sir. God bless you for the good job what you do for us.
And God bless you too.
Very grateful. Say we get every one of them waiting for our radio, they broadcast. God will bless you.
And bless you too.
MAZI, I dey sleep, I not to know the topic of where they for grand.
Just tell us the thing within your mind. Tell us the thing within your mind. Tell them anyhow.
The thing within my mind, they say, I want to tell our people, our Biafra brothers and sisters, home and abroad, say this our struggle now. So make we know they listen to what people they talk, because our leader talk and say some of us will not be mentally strong. If we all read one comment like this, our heart don't they shake, don't they call different people. Don't see what happen. You know what they say happen. Sometimes they call me say, "Hey, then not true say our leader talk like this." And you see and say our deputy leader should may talk like this. They go they shake up and down. Not beside they talk say get people when their heart come strong pass, or get people when their heart not strong pass. But one thing be say you must first get the belief, you must first get the strong mind, you must first know say I dey with my people, come rain or shine. Because if you dey get to mind 50-50, say Biafra fit come or Biafra not fit no come, or one of your mind say if Biafra come good, if Biafra not come we dey for Nigeria, if Biafra come we go for Biafra. No, first of all you first dey with your people first, because come rain or shine, now your people now go always dey with you. If you go there for in between for fence, say if Biafra come fine, if Biafra not come fine, you now they cause all those things. Maybe say if you see one comment for social media, your mind don't shake, or if you listen to the Damnable Zoo, the public news, your mind don't shake, it don't shake up and down. They say, hey, it's just say these are people they never do like this. Just say these are people they never do like this. When did our brother went there for Italy? Sorry, I forget to introduce myself.
No problem.
My name is Efe. One of I come from Orogu. So what did our brother wake up for Italy? They talk that time, say our leader do this and our leader do that. Say that they say our leader do this and our leader do that one. Now true. So people, I don't know whether the problem whether for Nigeria, whether it never did enough. The problem whether for the Damnables, we never did enough for them to think. Maybe for once you all leave our MAZI alone. Maybe for once leave our Lord Nnamdi Kanu alone. May our supreme leader face what they do. No, they go leave the problem where they eat. Some of them never see food eat for his money. Whether for take go, whether this thing we better push and they push. Whether to go right for social media, may they say give the small thing that they do. May they for take face time. May they know they want to do their life pass. They will carry their dirty mouth, their dirty hand. They write rubbish about our supreme leader. It not concern now. It not concern anybody. If you let our leader go do anything, leave and now we go judge our leader. If you are not an IPOB member, you are not a Biafran, you don't have any right to be judging our leader. Leave our leader for us. We like him like that. Leave him if you go sign contract with anybody. Not be your hand, it sign the contract. We not seek for your opinion. Leave him the way he is. We love him like that. We not seek for any of our opinion. If he is, we go start with our own. We go collect the money. Make una go start with our own group. Make una they collect the money, una they go everywhere, una go sign contract with Atiku, una sign with Jubril, una sign with anybody. When you go do your may you know how it be pass. Mazi, these few times when I take the day for this struggle, now don't they know say life not only they difficult, say maybe they also on your own, life they difficult in all areas. Life is very, very difficult.
Absolutely.
Freedom fight not be
it's
big.
not easy.
Not be
it's not easy.
One day where you go not be waiting go your wake on one day you go just carry say you dey fight for freedom. And besides, not be one person with a fight. This will not be gather together something. Not be Boy Scouts. Not be village meeting. This will be say you want take freedom. You want to everlasting freedom. We be say you will take forever. Nobody will come follow you. They drag anything again. And everyone of us there will say the sucking demon British people. They don't already get wait for they get all our resources when they say they maintain their place. You know, but you expect something they don't leave us more, you they go like that. Say after they don't leave us, now everything will come there as a day for them. So we must fight. We must fight. That is what we call freedom fighting. Some people for my city for here, they will talk say, if a year they shut your bed, they shut your bed, they shut your bed, they shut your bed. You not go first what to carry you come bro. They shut. I say what to carry me come bro. You send me message. When they call this abroad, you give me one contract when I want to do for you. I be when they call this abroad, you tell me say if see the project, see the land when I mash up for ground, now this project you go face to come abroad. I say this project when I'm there, so if pass anything I can find abroad. Because if you know me say I call this abroad, then maybe my eye for no open to know the reality. I said this load when I carry so it sweet me where I like them. Leave them for me, make a carry on. So my people, my fellow Biafrans, especially my fellow youth, make we stand up, not stay in between. It's better for you to perish with your people than to stay in between. Make people call they shake your mind. If you can't, if some people they'll come write something for comment, they can say, I don't know, I'm so confused. This one will say Nnamdi Kanu did this. This one will say I don't want to hear what Nnamdi Kanu do. I don't want to hear what Mazi Shemefo do. I don't want to hear what Ipob do. May you get out. Yeah. Now my people, indigenous people of Biafra, that is the meaning of IPOB. May you get out. Not be you will be Bini or Yoruba or Dambaza Fulani people. You call the 30% what I want to do. Live on like that. If you let me be the baddest person and like him like that, at least it doesn't make me know say I be Biafra. When be say you man, you go to take proud to talk say I'm a Duduwa Republic. I'm a Duduwa Republic. And before now, for now they talk say I go to Republic. Republic not they exist. Before now, they talk say I be Igbo Republic, because Igbo Republic not exist. Now we are Biafrans. We are Biafrans. So I get very, very proud now. Say I get what I call. I get very, very proud now. Say I get leader. Before I don't know who won't go speak for me. Who won't go speak for me before? Now my governor, I've been my senator, I've been my minister. I not get they speak for me before. But at least now, if I die today or anybody die now, he go everywhere. Say Biafran person don't die. He go everywhere. The record go there. So if you not let this one alone, we're very, very grateful to our supreme leader. May God bless him, bless his wife, bless all his family, our able deputy leader, and IPOB worldwide for the wonderful job where they do for us. We love una. Anyone that want to pilot us, we are patiently waiting. We are patiently with you up. We're not there in a hurry. Because all this time we don't suffer. We're not there hurry. Not be now when we don't get close our people. We call it day in a hurry. Why is this struggle delaying? Well, what is happening? They are not doing it well. My IPOB family, we there patiently they follow now. Any of want to pilot us, not pilot us. We love una like that. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, my sister Efe, and of course, well appreciated. You got to love this, our sister. She is a hardcore. She is a Biafran, and of course, this is the stuff we are made of. When we come out, we come out. Not coming out with one leg and then one leg is still back in the zoo. There is no such. It's either you are out or you are in. Now, this is what I'm talking about. She is indeed a Biafran. Of course, we welcome her input this morning. And of course, we will bring this program to an end. We will be back on Friday by the grace of Chukwoke Kabeama. We'll be back on Friday. And on Friday, I want to do something. I want to touch on a topic. And of course, I need to let you know what I want to talk. On Friday, I want to talk more on our people in diaspora. If you're a Biafran and you live outside Biafra land, I want you to call me on Friday and tell me what life is like living abroad. I want you to tell me what life is like, because there is this misconception that, oh, I want to go overseas, I want to go overseas, as if you go overseas, all your problem has been solved. But let me tell you, most of the time, going overseas is the beginning of your problem. Because if people will open their mouth and tell you what most people go through in the so-called overseas, oh my God, you would rather say, let me stay back at home. Let me stay back in Biafra land. So I really want our people in diaspora on Friday to please call me on air. And all I want our people in Biafra land to do is just to listen. Now, why do I want to do this? For you to understand the zeal in our people also in diaspora, the reason why they want Biafra so bad, because each and every Biafran living overseas, unless they are born of Hausa Fulani, wants to come back home. Yes, they want to come back home. And that is why they are fighting for the struggle like no man's business. That is why they are giving in everything. Not taking away anything from our people back home, because of course you are the foundation. You are like the landlord. You are the one that is doing everything. But I want to talk about our people in diaspora. Because if you live in diaspora, you have children in diaspora. My question is, when will these kids go back home and know where they come from? Going back home is not going for Christmas and then stay 1 week and then fly back to where your base. That is not coming back, because those kids will never know anything about their roots. They will never know where they come from. They will never know what Biafra land is all about. And most of these kids that are born overseas, most of them are citizens of those countries. Now let me ask you, do you think that when these kids turn 18 or 22, you will tell them to go back to Biafra land and they will listen to you? No way. If they are girls, they probably would like to marry overseas, marry somebody from another country. And that is it. And this is how you've lost your kids, because they wouldn't want to come back to Biafra land to do what? If they are men, they will also want to live overseas. So I need our people who live overseas to call in on Friday and tell us their dilemma, their predicament, what life is away from home. Because most of us have lived away from home over 20 years. I left Biafra in 1997. That's right. It's almost 20-something years. And you think I'm enjoying it? Enjoying what? Excuse me, enjoying what? So we need to understand why we that are also overseas are fighting to get Biafra. Why we are really pushing the struggle to the highest level also. Because some people might say, well, you are living overseas. Even if they don't get Biafra, you can relax there. God forbid, relax where? In another man's country? And leave my fatherland? And most of us living overseas are firstborn of their family. So you will leave your family and stay overseas for how long? Do you know that most of our people that live overseas, when they die, they will bring their body back home? I mean, their wife and their children, the children that were born overseas. Once they bring back their body, after the burial and everything, the family will fly back to their base. That is it. And those children are not coming back again to Biafra land. They are not coming back. And you won't blame them, because they want to enjoy where life is good, where life is made to be interesting. So do you understand what people who live overseas have to deal with every day? When they wake up in the morning, they think and say, when will I take these kids home? When will I introduce these kids to who they are, for them to understand that where we are is not them, that they are from Biafra land. So Friday, this is what I'll be focusing on, because these are the things that motivate us. These are the things that stir up anger in us. Because when you are stirred up in anger, you will do more than you are doing now to ensure that Biafra is restored. And of course, on this note, this is where we will be bringing this program to an end. And I want to thank everybody. I want to thank every Biafran who have made this program a worldwide today. And of course, we have come. We have preached the good news. And of course, Biafra must rise. And there is nothing any man or woman born of a woman can do about it. Biafra Biafra must be restored in our own watch. That I can assure you. That I can assure you unequivocally. You can quote me, I said so. Biafra must be restored in our own watch because we have come out. We have nothing to lose. It's either Biafra or death. And when we say it, they think we are joking, we are hallucinating. We are telling you just the way it is. Because it will happen. And Biafra must be restored. All right, let me see if I can take this last call. And then, of course, we will close. Call on the line. Can you hear me? Biafra is rising. Do I have a caller on the line? All right, I think I have lost that caller. I would have loved to take one or two more calls before I begin to summarize this program. So as I was saying earlier on Friday, by the grace of Chukwoki Kabiama, we will be back again. And we will be talking on people in diaspora, Biafrans in diaspora, those who have lived overseas for more than 20 years. You think they are enjoying it. You think they don't want to come back home. No, 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 no. If only they can tell you what they are going through. If only they can tell you what life is away from home. My goodness me. My goodness me. You will think again. And of course, I'm not stopping anybody from traveling. I'm not stopping anybody from leaving Biafra land and going anywhere he wants to go. But of course, you must know the truth. You must know that is not the way it is. That home is home. Because most of us, some of us want to go back home. We want to go and build a land that we can be proud of. We want to go where we can get old and look for our children. Our children will look at us. We will live together in our own home. I don't want a situation whereby when I get home old, they will send me back to Biafra land and my children will stay back in overseas and get married there. I probably will never see them again for the rest of my life. What kind of life is that? Do you understand the danger of living away from home for too long? Do you understand? You know, we are still young now. Some of us are still youth now. It's okay, we are overseas. But when you begin to get older, reality will start kicking in. Reality check will start kicking in. You begin to ask those questions. And you look at your children. They bring in their boyfriend, their girlfriend. They are from there. Oh, Dad, here's my boyfriend. What are you going to do? She is 18. She is not have the right to choose a man she wants. But because she was not born home, she was born in overseas. If you try to stop her, she will call police on you. That is the life they're living overseas. And before you know it, the same boyfriends, oh, I want to marry her. You cannot stop. She said, Dad, I want to marry this person. This is my choice. And he marries this person off. Who knows when you will see your daughter again if you ever get old and go back to Biafra land alone. Because you cannot force them anymore to go with you. Because now they have reached the age of reasoning. They have reached the age whereby they have control of their lives. You don't have a say anymore. I don't want to die alone. I want to die in my bed with my children surrounding me, with my family surrounding me. That is a glorious death. And not dying alone like somebody who did not have a child. You might have about 10 children, but when you die, you are like you don't have even one. Now, do you understand why people in diaspora want Biafra even more than you also? Because each and every one of us have something about Biafra that has to determine how we live and how we die. So Friday, join us here on Biafra Rising. It's going to be a great one indeed. And of course, Biafra is going to rise once again on Friday this week. We will try as much as possible as we can to come up on Friday and do this. So if you are in diaspora, please, I need you to call me on Friday and tell me what life is like living abroad for so many years without thoughts. When will I see my fatherland? All right, I need to take one or two more calls, and of course, it will be over for today. Call on the line if you can hear me. Biafra is rising. Please go ahead. Ise. 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 Ofondo.
Na, esi ma Abakaleke, MAZI Obasi. Biko inweta redio anyị ebe a na-enye anyị nsogbu too much. Amara ihe a ga-emere anyị biko ka ụfọdụ na-ama ihe na-eme.
Abakaliki, you said.
Abakaliki, esi m Inyaba North.
All right, it could be the question of, what do you call it? There is no station there or something to receive. All right, I will write down. What do you say the name of the area is again?
Inyaba North.
Inyaba North, Abakaliki. So if you are from that area, you have heard it. Our radio need to start speaking on that area. So if you are there, you need to do something for your fatherland. You need to do something for your motherland. Let Radio Biafra speak in Inyaba North. Thank you very much, my brother, for bringing that to our attention.
Thank you. God bless you.
And bless you too. All right, our line keep on going on. I don't know. I want to go now, but I have to take this call. Call on the line. Can you hear me? All right, I'm not sure what is that, but of course I have lost that call. And also our line. Let me see. Call on the line. Can you hear me? Call on the line. Can you hear me? Biafra is rising. All right, he cannot hear me. Let's try this one. Next call on the line, please. Can you hear me? Unbelievable. All right, call on the line. Can you hear me? I'm not sure what seems to be the problem, but of course, we will see if you can take it. Call on the line. Can you hear me? Next call on the line, please. Call on the line, can you hear me? All right. In absence of everything, and of course the line is now behaving badly, but we must bring this program to an end, and therefore I say thank you once again, great Biafrans, for your tenacity. Thank you for making this program what it is. Thank you for coming together on this platform where we worship, which is Radio Biafra, the first and the last. Thank you, of course, for making an impact, for calling in. Even those who try to call and could not get through. Friday is yet another day. We will be back and we will be talking on a powerful subject. And of course, I believe those in diaspora will be kind enough to call in and tell us what life is without Biafra. What life is living so many years overseas, not knowing when you will see your fatherland again. And of course, I say, may God bless our leader, MAZI Nnamdi Kanu. DK Biafra. And from me, MAZI Kechukwonoha, it is goodbye and God bless. Until I see you again, may God bless the United Provinces of Biafra. From me, goodbye.